This is Allowed to Talk. And on today's show, we're going to talk about crocodile tears. We all know what a crocodile is. I guess crocodiles don't shed tears. Is that why they call it crocodile tears? I didn't look that one up. But what I know about crocodile tears is they're fake. They're not real. And as a kid growing up, I've seen them. I've seen the crocodile tears coming from one of my ex-sister-in-laws, who is now still more of the family than I am even. Because the scapegoat gets pushed aside and they'd rather see her dead, or they'll go to their death without confessing or thinking anything should have bothered the scapegoat. No matter what was done to that person. Oh, well, crocodile tears. Let's cry some right now. Some crocodile tears. Do you know what happened to me? Oh, do you know what he said to me? Do you know what he accused me of? Oh. Fake tears. Not real crying at all. Crocodile tears. And so disturbing, to say the least. Or someone who can manage to squeeze out a few drops of water as they're crying, because it's all about themselves. They're concerned about themselves and what's going on in their life. It's the crocodile thing. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Crocodile tears. They're not real. They're fake. And I've seen way too many of them in my lifetime. I don't want to see any more ever. The last few days, I haven't been shedding any crocodile tears. I've been crying and weeping. Yes, there was a school shooting. Yes, there's school shootings. And there's going to be more shootings as long as there's people that are evil. And if they take away everyone else's, protection for themselves, then the only ones that are going to have a weapon is police officers and guards and people who are in charge of the safety of other people and the criminals. Like in a city in our country that has more shootings than anywhere else, and no guns allowed. They're banned, but yet there's a lot of guns with criminals being shot, shooting each other, gangs, all the time. The tears I shed were not crocodile. It was watching TV things. Erica. I can't even remember her last name. Kirk. Charlie Kirk's wife. What she said. Just pictures of her weeping. Makes me cry. Because it's a true cry. You know when it's real. I do. And the things going around about Charlie that they take like a little smidget, a little bit, whatever. What is it called? A till? A little tiny bit of what he said, and they take it and go crazy with it and run with it. Like they say he said, he hates empathy. Let me say it like he was, I don't hate empathy. I just hate the word empathy because it's a new age word. I like the word compassion, or sympathy better. Have sympathy for someone, or compassion, which basically compassion and sympathy. But I don't like sympathy because I don't want you to pity me. I hate pity. I don't know why I hate pity, but I do. We all have our preferences. But the way they are taking words and cutting off the whole statement. And guess what? I don't agree with Charlie Kirk. I didn't agree with him when he said that about empathy. I believe people have empathy. I'm 68, and it's a new word, but it's a feeling I've been having for my life. Empathy for others so bad that I cry at funerals. My heart breaks when my dogs are put down. It takes days, weeks, months to stop crying about things. I still cry about my dog we put down 4 years ago when I think about it. And he said, because people can't feel other people's feelings. You don't know what they're going through. I disagree because empathy is real and I feel it. I can feel other people's feelings. Is it my hyper vigilance, my hyper awareness, my hyper understanding? God knows that I don't. I believe there is empathy. But I still loved him and watched his shows and thought he was doing a great thing for the world because he loved the Lord, his God, with all his heart, soul, mind, and strength. And he loved his neighbors as himself. He loved himself too, which is healthy. But back to the crocodile tears, which is subject of this. I've seen so many of them. And fake people. We're all sinners and we have traits of narcissism, but I never saw narcissism like that in my ex-sister-in-law. Never. And I do have empathy for others. And myself, too, lately. Must have a dog hair in my throat. German Shepherd hair is all over this house. So the first question I have today about complex post-traumatic stress disorder. Have you experienced any extremely upsetting events in your life? Yes. I was in a car accident in 10th grade going to the homecoming dance. In the hospital 5 days with a concussion. The side of my head was swelling up. Hit right in here somewhere. And then it must have hit and tore my eyelid off because I had a V-shaped, about 18 stitches. Oh, that whatever's in my throat. Dog hair. I was put back. The eyelid was laid back on and stitched on, and they thought they might have to do plastic surgery, but they didn't. Praise the Lord. That was extremely and highly upsetting. Excuse me. I'll be back. Being a very sensitive sensitive and serious person, when my mom made me buy shoes with my $2 bill from Aunt Peg, and we're in the store, and she said she would pay for them, and then she goes, no, we're going to use your $2 bill. I cried at Super Shoes, right there beside the stack of shoes, till the snot was coming down on my arms. And then when Deb Hess and I ran together, and those who think that was right of my mom to say, just go sit down, it's your own fault for running in the dark, and no compassion, no hugs, no checking to see if I was okay, give me ice, anything. Just give me some ice and say, go put that on your forehead till you feel better. No, go sit down. You asked for it because you were running in the dark. Thank you, Mom. Thank you, Mom in heaven. Hallelujah. We can all get along, though, can't we? And forgive each other. But a lot of parents today won't say they made any mistakes. They think they do it all right and they're perfect. Crocodile tears for you. You poor conceited. The word conceited instead of narcissistic parents. You poor conceited parents have done everything right. Maybe you abused them by spoiling and giving them too much and getting them into too many things and praising them for what they could do instead of who they are. Yeah, it was highly upsetting being in that car accident. My mom, I was 14, my mom finally coming in and realizing I could have died in that and sort of treated me better, but I was still the one that was. And the other ones won't agree. They think everything was normal and fine because theirs was normal and fine, they think. But they have low self-worth too. But that's supposed to make it even, Steven. Oh, there's so many things upsetting. She spent my $2 bill from Aunt Peg on some shoes that I didn't even really like, but she wanted them because they were saddle shoes. They became popular then when I was in high school with the cheerleaders. We all had saddle shoes, but not back in when I was in second, third grade. Saddle shoes were not the thing. It was go-go boots back then in fourth grade, third grade. We wanted Nancy Sinatra go-go boots. These boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. Do, 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 do. As long as there's life, there'll be death. Sad how so many want to be right and say that person that they actually hate, it was deserved what happened to them. That's so far from the truth. And just taking a snippet of what they said and turning it around like that. So disgusting. It is so disgusting. Back to, have you experienced any extremely upsetting events in your life? Okay, the $2 bill thing. Running into Deb Hess in the darkness around the parked cars at the Lebanon Camp Meeting Grove. Just hearing words say like you're bad and you're never going to do this again. No chances, no second, third. I'll give you 3 strikes and you're out like I did with my kids. No, you're done. You're never doing this again, ever. We're never taking you anywhere. Going to Gilbert's auction and being left to run wild and not knowing where everybody was all the time. That's my own fault, though, at age 3.5, 4. It's my fault because I was born. For real. I'm not allowed to love myself. I just have to love everybody else and give of myself. And don't think about yourself. Your troubles are nothing compared to what everybody else is going through. Why would I want to go visit and deal with that? I'm not going up to there. I am an only child. I am an only child. An orphan, if you please. I'll be an orphan even. Put me in an orphanage. Wish that red-haired lady would have kept me when I was at the store with my 3 older sisters that were teenagers, and they walked away, and I looked up from the rack of comic books, and they were not there. I looked left and right, walked a little bit back and forth. I could not find them. I didn't scream because I was taught to be seen and not heard. You're not allowed to make any noises. I should have broke the rules and just screamed, and they wouldn't probably came running because they said they were only 2-3 aisles away in the shampoo and conditioner row. So I just went out the automatic door to walk home. And the red-haired lady that looked angelic, I think about that. I could have stayed with her maybe and had a better life. But there is a reason for everything. The reason is you favored one child. You didn't tell me nothing and just told me to be seen and not heard. Slapped me across the face. Traumatizing. Walking on eggshells, babysitting when I was 11 years old for my oldest sister, whose husband was an alcoholic. Probably had trauma in his childhood. I know he told me he almost drowned when he was 11. Maybe he had brain damage and some of his brain wasn't functioning right because he had no compassion, no empathy that I can remember for his kids, for me. He would drink, come home drunk at 10 in the morning because he was night shift, and sleep it off, and then he'd be half decent. And his wife, which was my older sister, who is now on morphine and Alzheimer's deaths happening to her. But she believed him every time. When I was 14, I started at 11, 12, 13, and 14 was my last year I babysat in the summer during school. I got off the bus sometimes. But I walked on eggshells around him. My dad would lose it. He's the one who told me if I keep talking back to him, he's going to punch me in the puss, and that's not your face either. And then being shoved aside for her grandchildren, my mom for the oldest especially, being sent with him everywhere, being told I can't do things, I can't do this, I can't do that. You're not old enough yet, when the one only 1 year and 6 months was old enough way before you and could go with Aunt Peg everywhere, bowling or wherever they went. Trauma. It is complex post-traumatic stress. From neglect, from trauma, from abuse. I was only spanked hard a couple times. Like after we climbed in the crib that was my youngest of the 4 that moved in with us, her crib, and we were jumping, I got the worst beating. I cried and cried and cried. Oh yes, it's all about me. I'm the victim, I'm the victim, I'm the victim. Victim mentality. Cry your crocodile tears all day and all night. Because I cannot stand crocodile tears. Ex-sister-in-law, older one that was married to my brother John, who is in the family, and I'm not. Because they sweep everything under the carpet and pretend it didn't happen. And they act a lot like Christians. Because like Charlie Kirk says, it's nothing you're doing to get there. It's a gift from Jesus. He paid the price for all of us who have wicked hearts. But I'm not allowed to. I had to walk a straight line. You do it. You're made of better stuff than that. You be the bigger person. You let Susie have her dad, and you go along and take the abuse and the talk that you're in the way. Your butt's too big. You're taking up too much of the seat. Then I argue back, and then my older brother says, I'm going to drop you off at the El Parado, a bar on Lehman and 12th Street that is scary for a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old. Yeah, I have a lot of that in my life. Do I have complex PTSD? Oh, I'll diagnose myself if you don't mind. You can say neurotic, you can say crazy, you can say all you like. People that aren't in my family anymore. Go for it. Go for it. Even cry some crocodile tears for me. So, try to keep singing, dancing, making music, and having fun, because I'm trying to, and I'm going to enjoy things. And I can hear them now. Let her do her life and care only about herself. Bull crap. When you're done, you're done. Stick a fork in me, because I'm done. And try to keep peace as much as possible, because they do nothing wrong. I don't have to forgive them for anything, because they've done nothing wrong and they do nothing wrong. Pile it on my back and send me to the woods. Have a great day. I will always love you, even if I don't like what you're doing. If I should stay, I would only be in your way. So I'll go, but I know I will think of you and try to think of you every step of the way. And I will always love you. I will always love you. Bittersweet memories, that is all I'm taking with me. So goodbye. Don't you cry. We both know I'm not what you need, and I will always love you. I'll always love you. I'll always, always, always love you. Yes, John. Oh, darling, I loved you so much. That's why I slept around with men who had money. I will always love. I hope life treats you kind, and I hope you have everything and all you ever dreamed of. You had me. What more could you want? I wish you joy and happiness, but above all this, I wish you love.